Chances are, if you're watching this video, you're fat, you're a virgin, and you live in your mom's basement. That's not the case? Are you sure? Can you double check? Because I'm pretty sure that is the stereotype for gamers. You see, gamers are seen by the public as this weird bunch of individuals or figures that just so happen to be extremely sweaty motherfuckers who play video games the entire day and just so happen to live in their mom's basement. They're usually seen as extremely unhealthy, and for that reason they're not really appealing to the public. And that is the main problem that we're gonna discuss today, aka stereotypes, and how stereotypes can actually develop from just, the basic information that each and every single one gain by getting to know a different stereotype of a different community to actual discrimination. Let me actually give you an example. Let's actually talk about stereotypes. Stereotypes were kind of invented, let's put it this way, just to make your life a lot easier, and to some extent they actually do. Let me actually give you an example. It would take too much time and too much effort to know absolutely everything you need to know of a different culture in order for you to embrace it and understand it. For that reason, stereotypes were created. They were just really simplified words or key phrases that actually help you understand the main concepts or characteristics of a different culture or set of people. For Italians, that particular case would be that a stereotype might help someone that is not Italian understand why the guy that is speaking is actually using his hands and his body so much to explain the concept that he's trying to talk about. You see, whenever you see an Italian talk in public, it seems like he's actually trying to direct traffic, but that is not the case, because the stereotype for Italians is that whenever they talk, they use their body to explain a particular concept instead of actually relying a lot on their mouth. And you see, in this particular case, the stereotype will actually help you understand why this motherfucker that you have in front of you is actually agitating himself while trying to ask you where the tube is. But on the other hand, stereotypes can actually prevent you from having different experiences and actually enjoying your life to the fullest. Let me actually put it this way. There is a specific reason. Stereotypes usually don't only remain stereotypes. Whenever you actually understand what a stereotype is of a particular country or culture or set of people, your subconscious automatically understands the information and processes the information you just gained and automatically applies them in your decision-making process when he sees a similar situation. Let me actually give you an example. Let's create just a random community. Let's talk about the blue community of the blue people. Blue people are really bad people. They're known for being murderers, for robbing banks, and all that kind of good jazz. They're not really the kind of group that you want to hang around. In this particular case, my subconscious has already gained this information about blue people being dangerous people, and let's say that I was in the particular situation in which I was walking down a hallway and it's extremely dark, and for some reason there just so happens to be a blue guy in front of me, a blue man, part of the blue community of the blue people. In that particular moment, my subconscious would automatically analyze the situation, understand that what I have in front is actually a blue man, gain all the possible information about the particular blue man and its culture and all the kind of knowledge required to assess the situation, and automatically make me feel uncomfortable and stressed out just because I would act as if each and every single blue man is as dangerous as the one that are described in the stereotype. This doesn't actually mean that the blue man that I have in front of me is actually a really bad man. He could actually be the Pope for what I actually care, but the stereotype will actually prevent me from making the correct decision. Let's put it this way. Let's say that he was actually approaching me and for some reason he's asking me directions. In that particular case, chances are I would not wait for him to actually finish his own question. I would actually be running my ass off just because of the information that I gained earlier about this particular community. And while that guy might have been a really dangerous man or not, I prevented him from actually showing himself, let's put it this way, and actually being able to correctly understand the situation and evaluate what to do just because of the prejudice that I had towards his own community. And you see, this can actually be taken a step further in a really bad and negative way. This is also known as discrimination. Let's say that it just so happened that I'm a bus driver, okay? And I am at the bus stop, I make everyone actually enter the bus, but I know that there is this one blue guy, member of this one blue community, that is also known to be extremely dangerous. My initial reaction would be to say to the man, sorry man, you're not allowed to step on the bus just because you're dangerous. In that particular case, I would assume that just because he's blue and he's a member of this blue community, then he must absolutely resemble whatever it's also said in the stereotype, aka since the stereotype for the blue community is that they're all dangerous, then also this guy that is part of this blue community must be dangerous, which is not always the case. And in this particular situation, you know, the bus situation with this man that just wants to jump on the bus and get a ride, I would actually be racist towards him or have some kind of discrimination towards him. You see, this is how close there is between the stereotype, a basic stereotype, to actually have some discriminatory feelings towards a different community. This is why I'm actually talking about you guys about this particular topic. Is that nowadays I feel like with the increased immigration that we're having here in Europe, people are kind of relying on the stereotypes instead of actually getting to know a different culture or different community. I moved from a really small town, which is Verona, which is fairly close-minded, to an extremely big-ass city, which is London, which is possibly one of the most multicultural cities in the entire Europe. That is a big change. I've never had, you know, problems with hanging around with people from different communities or different cultures than mine, but I am kind of an exception among the young adults of my own small town. In fact, we are kind of known in Italy for being extremely racist, just because we base our judgment and our knowledge on stereotypes instead of actually getting to know the different people that we're evaluating, which is bad to say the least. It definitely doesn't promote evolution or progress. So for the love of God, whenever you will actually see someone from a different community or set of group of people that you don't know anything about, of course take into consideration the stereotypes so that you actually understand what the hell is actually about to happen, but do not make the stereotype prevent you from getting to know and have absolutely amazing experiences. Definitely a long commentary, but I wanted to bring it out. It took me actually kind of a while to actually record it and do it properly. I really hope you had a beautiful day. I really hope you've actually understood something about this entire commentary. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.